Hello, this is Dragon Tank 1400, and this is All Grown Up Season 1, Episode 10 Review. The name of the episode is The Old and the Restless. So in this episode, Tommy's grandpa Lou has to chaperone for Tommy's, science fair field trip because Stu had to go with Dill and Dee Dee to get Dill checked out because he kept burping. He got to the emergency room. That's the side plot, basically. Pretty funny side plot. This episode can be described in one word, and that is puns that are not funny, but no one except the person who's doing the puns thinks they're funny. So that actually makes it funny. It's kind of shows do this sometimes. They'll have a character say like a really bad joke, and everyone just looks at them like that's not funny. And that kind of actually makes it funny that it's a bad joke, but no one's laughing. So it in that sense they actually do a good job. And because it's the Human Body Museum, they have like a lot of puns that go on. I think the teacher says something down the lines of, I can't really remember some of them, but they're bad, and no one's laughing. So I really like that part of it as the plot goes. And what I really liked about this episode was Grandpa Lou. Yeah, seeing his character back from Rugrats was pretty good. I really like his character. And I really like to see Tommy's growth in this episode. Tommy's character got developed. He was kind of facing like peer pressure with Sean, which I'm not a really big fan of Sean's character. He's like an older, popular kid who actually Angelica likes, so we'll see later. But Tommy's getting some like peer pressure from them. And his grandpa's kind of embarrassing him all around, going slow, like being old and everything like that. So Tommy actually confronts his grandpa about it. And basically what ends up happening is Sean and Sean's friend and then Tommy kind of ditch. And they get trapped in the heart exhibit that's closed. And Tommy actually uses his grandpa, the stuff that his grandpa has taught him throughout his life to help them get out. And it turns out that Grandpa Lou ends up being the one to save the day at the end. So I thought it was a really good episode. And then Tommy actually at the very end, instead of going to the ride he wanted to go on, ends up spending a little more time with his grandpa. I think that episode was really touching overall. It had a really good moral lesson about sticking with your family and everything. Just because your family can be embarrassing and your grandparents can be old doesn't mean like you abandon them. They can teach you some really good stuff that can help you out in life, and that you should spend the time you have with them. This kind of reaches home for me because my grandpa isn't doing that good right now. And I usually want to mention stuff like this, but it's just because that's what I thought about when I saw Tommy's grandpa. I thought about my grandpa, and it's just I think that's like basically when we see this, we're gonna usually think about our own grandpa, and it's kind of see. It's kind of touching seeing that Tommy actually decided to hang out with his grandpa instead of just friends at the end. So Tommy grew. He learned a lesson in this. I thought it was really good character development for him. It was really good seeing Grandpa Lou there. It was funny seeing the puns go and no one laughed. I thought it was funny. So the side plot. No, before I get into the side plot. Just one more thing, about the morals. It is really important to spend time with your grandparents and stuff. They may be old, they may be embarrassing or whatever, but it is very important. It's in most cases they love you, so I mean there's exceptions to that rule, but it's important to spend time with them and just be there for them, and in their older age. And who knows, you're gonna probably learn some stuff. It was also good to see like Phil and Lil's like a little bit of brotherly, sisterly quarrel a little bit. Like Lil had some one-liners on Phil, which I thought was whatever. But it's they're brother and sister. It's gonna happen. Kimmy wasn't in it. Chucky wasn't in it that much, which is, I guess, fine. I mean, the story focused on Tommy, and then the side plot was on Dill, which, I mean, what helped Dill was actually an old doctor who tried everything. Like, they had all these doctors try like 1,000,001 things, and then this old doctor actually cured Dill's hiccuping with eggplant and syrup, which I don't think it would actually work. I just think they just threw that in just, for laughs or whatever. But it was like really back on like the lesson of old people can actually teach us stuff because they've been around so long. They got a vast storage of wisdom. So, really good, really great moral lesson, I think, from a Christian standpoint and from a human standpoint, whatever. It's great moral lesson. I'm going to give the episode. Now, here's the thing. This episode and the last one, I looked up and I was like, I didn't really enjoy those episodes when I watched them the first time. But now that I saw last episode, I thought it got a 7 out of 10. I thought it was going to be way worse. Now this episode, I thought it was going to be way worse as well. But the good moral lesson. I mean, I'm sort of tired of seeing Tommy, but the good character development. I mean, Sean's character that's Sean. So the characters were all on point, and it's just, besides not, I have to give the episode a 9 out of 10, basically. 9 out of 10 for this episode. Okay, so that's going to do it for me. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. See you guys in the next one. Bye.